The parents, such as ourselves, we have to ensure that the school is working in partnership with us to ensure that our kids are well equipped and ready to be the salt and the light in the world. Some people may say that you need to have them out from a very early age in the non-Christian world, but when you think about it, the schooling period is really not such a long time. So we have the situation of, say, a Christian hothouse, if you like, preparing them for their life, and that's only up until they're about 17 or 18. They've then got 60, 70 years where that solid foundation can be relied upon for them to not only love and serve Christ, but to witness to Him.
I mean, as a kindergarten child, I don't think my kids in kindergarten would have been ready to sort of promote the gospel at their local public school. Whereas here, at the school that my kids are at, I know that they've learned how to think about Jesus, how to live life all with a Christian perspective. Sort of sounds a bit sort of, warm and fuzzy, but they learn about what it means to live a life as a Christian, live a life as a Jesus follower. And that's something that the teachers, they strive to do in maths, in science, in history, and all those subjects. So it's just such a great opportunity here to have that and see my kids grow in Christ first, and then they can go and be salt and light. And I'd encourage them to do that, go and be missionaries or go and do whatever they need to do to fulfill their call in Christ.
I asked people for advice to help me make my decision, and I asked particularly one man whose wisdom I respect. I think that we need to be salt and light in the earth. Why should I remove my child from that situation and remove myself? And he said that this is about your son, it's not about you. You shouldn't use your son as an evangelism tool. If you want to evangelise, go and join the local soccer club or do other things in the community. Don't make your son your evangelism tool.
When we first told people we were going to send our children to a Christian school, the first question they asked was why? Why would Christians go to a Christian school? Shouldn't they be salt and light in a public school? Shouldn't they be salt and light somewhere else? And we don't agree with that. We believe that if children are surrounded by salt and light, they know they're planted, they're nurtured, they're growing into love, and they see what salt and light is, what it looks like in the teachers, what it looks like in their friends and their friends' parents. And that's important, so that when they actually do get to the other end of the scale and they leave school, they're not wishy-washy. They're grounded in their faith, they're grounded in who they are and who Jesus is and who loves them so much that they don't get bobbed around. We're now at the other end of the scale where parents are actually asking us, where did you send your children? Because they can see the difference. And I love that. I think, yeah, you can see the fruit of their education.
It's not a matter of separation, it's a matter of preparation. It's a matter of kids are vulnerable, their worldview gets very much formed in those early years, and if those foundations aren't set correctly, then they're going to have difficulties later on. And having that preparation rather than separation is very important, because that prepares them to go back out into the world and be salt and light.
The concept that because you send your kids to a Christian school, you're keeping them in a greenhouse, is so far removed from my experience with my children. They just flourished. They had issues, they had struggles. Every kid has struggles. Life is full of struggles. But they learnt how to process and move through those struggles. And then as adults, I see them at university in the outside world, because both of them work in a secular environment now, but they're confident and they stand on what they know. They've got a solid platform of faith to stand on, and they move through that. They think through issues.